In other news, world leaders have condemned the deaths of 7 aid workers in an Israeli airstrike in Gaza. The World Central Kitchen immediately paused operations in the region after the strike. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has described the airstrike as unintended and tragic. UK has summoned Israel's ambassador in London to express its unequivocal condemnation of the killing of these aid workers.
Leaders from around the world expressed condemnation for the tragic loss of 7 aid workers in Gaza in an Israeli airstrike. Among the victims were individuals from Britain, Australia, Poland, a US-Canadian dual citizen, and Palestinian backgrounds. The attack occurred during a strike on their convoy on Monday night. Responding swiftly, the World Central Kitchen halted its operations in the area in light of the incident. World Central Kitchen, the charity founded by celebrity chef Jose Andres, dedicated a social media post to 7 of its workers killed in Gaza. Photos of all the victims were shown with their names, ages and job titles. Wednesday saw bodies of aid workers killed by the Israeli airstrike transported to leave Gaza. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres expressed deepest condolences and said that the Israeli strikes on World Central Kitchen aid workers was devastating.
The devastating Israeli airstrikes that killed World Central Kitchen personnel yesterday bring the number of aid workers killed in this conflict to 196, including more than 175 members of our own UN staff.
Britain summoned Israel's ambassador in London to express its unequivocal condemnation of the appalling killing of the kitchen workers, 3 of whom were British nationals.
Awful, awful tragedy. To think that these were brave Brits who were actually risking their lives to bring aid to people in need in Gaza, to have lost their lives in these circumstances is tragedy. My thoughts, obviously, with their family and their friends at this time. I spoke to Prime Minister Netanyahu last night and was very clear with him that the situation is increasingly intolerable.
US President Joe Biden called the charity aid group's founder to share his condolences over the killing of World Central Kitchen workers in Gaza.
We were outraged to learn of an IDF strike that killed a number of civilian humanitarian workers yesterday from the World Central Kitchen. We expect a broader investigation to be conducted and to be done so in a swift and comprehensive manner.
Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese denounced the attack.
This is completely unacceptable. The Israeli government has accepted responsibility for this, and Prime Minister Netanyahu conveyed his condolences.
Israeli Chief of Staff Herzi Halevi apologized for the airstrike.
An independent body will investigate the incident thoroughly. We will complete it in the next coming days. We will learn from the conclusions and implement them immediately.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu too described the incident as tragic and unintended.
Unfortunately, in the last day, there was a tragic case of our forces unintentionally hitting innocent people in the Gaza Strip. This happens in wartime. We are thoroughly looking into it, are in contact with the governments, and will do everything to ensure it does not happen again.
European countries, including Spain, Poland, France and Britain, condemned the Israeli attack on World Central Kitchen in Gaza. Bureau Report, DD India.